Let's talk about a few credit unions that will give you personal loans up to $50,000 without asking too much paperwork, too many questions. And the cool thing is that you have a streamlined application process, okay? $50,000. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So the first very generous credit union that we have here is Firsttech. And the cool thing about Firsttech is that Firsttech, you are able to actually have a soft pull process. So you don't have to actually risk to have a hard pull, like to have your FICO score being pulled. So everything is streamlined. We love Firsttech for that. And we love the fact that the APR with Firsttech is actually very low, also 8.99%. And the cool thing is that Firsttech actually will want you to apply for this loan. I mean, not want you. They actually will welcome your application after you've been with them for 90 days. So 3 months. That's the minimum you have to be with Firsttech before you can apply for a loan with them. So the loan that we're talking about here, $50,000. So the range goes from $500 all the way to $50,000, and so they will look at your application with a FICO score of 500. 500 is the minimum FICO score that they want to look at before actually approving you. Now you might not get the 50,000, you might get 25 or 10 grand or anything in between, depending upon your personal finances. But overall, we love Firsttech because they really tend to approve real fast, and you are able to actually have an unsecured loan, or you can even have a secure loan. If you want to collateralize the loan, you can get more than $50,000. But 50 grand, that's the maximum for unsecured personal loans through Firsttech. And the cool thing here is that basically you also have a series of collateralized loans. You have stock secured loans. You have for stock secured loans, for instance, you can be approved for up to $1 million. Okay. You also have stock secured line of credit. You have certificate secured loans and savings secured loans. So you have a lot of opportunities when it comes to Firsttech. What we love about Firsttech is that, as I said before, we love the fact that they do a soft credit pull to sort of give you an idea of how much you could qualify for if you were to have a hard pull. So this is really great. So Firsttech is the first credit union that's very generous. Not a lot of questioning. It's just wonderful. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Another credit union I want to share with you that actually can approve you up to $50,000 in a streamlined loan application is Alliance. Alliance actually is kind of cool also, and Alliance is more generous than Firsttech because Alliance will approve loans from $1,000 to $100,000. But what we love about Alliance is that on average, 50 grand is really manageable. Okay, and so they're asking for a FICO score of 525, like minimum 525, and they want you to be with them for 3 months. You got to be with Alliance for 3 months before you can actually apply for this preferential sort of loan treatment. And so in terms of the terms, the time to repay the loan, we're looking at 1 to 5 years. This is really good. So overall, you're looking at very decent, very decent and very flexible loan repayment terms. Okay, and typically you have same day deposit into your account. It's totally possible. So once you are approved, they will wire the funds to you. Not a problem. And so the loan approval and the APR is based on the payment method, creditworthiness, and your ability to repay. So basically, you're looking at 12 months all the way to 60 months, and the APR fluctuates between 11 to 13 to 14%. So this is really cool. And so overall, when you think about Alliance, you want to think about a credit union that's very flexible. Okay, you are able to actually choose the length of time you want to repay the loan. So again, the delta here goes from 12 to 60, but you can say, you know what, I want 24 months, or I want 23 months, or 23 or 30 months, whatever. So this is kind of cool, and you are able also to get funded even if you have a low FICO score. So 500 to 525, that's the minimum that Alliance will really want to look at. And the thing here is that it's just better, based on our experience, to always contact Alliance first, either on the phone or go into a branch and have a conversation before you apply. Okay, that way you can really sort of gauge your chances before actually going through a hard pull. This is always good. So contact a loan specialist for more information right now. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about credit unions, they are very generous and will give you loans up to $50,000 with not much questioning, not much paperwork here. Another very generous credit union is America's Credit Union. And so basically here, you are able, with America's, you're not going to get $50,000, but you can get $50,000 if you actually have been with them for 5 years. Otherwise, if you've been with them for 3 months, you can qualify for a maximum of 25 grand. So the loan amount goes from $500 to $25,000 based on your individual needs and your ability to repay as well as your credit worthiness. So this is kind of cool. And we're looking at, so basically your APR will vary based on the time, on the window you want to repay the loan. So your APR will go from 10 to 18% if you are choosing 0 to 24 months. It will go from 10 to 14% if you want to repay the loan between 25 and 36 months. It'll go from 11 to 15% if you're repaying the loan from 37 to 48 months. And it'll be 12 to 17% if you are paying from 49 to 60 months. And if you go from 61 to 72 months, you're looking at 14 to 15%. And anything above that, you're paying 14 to 15%. So basically, the APR will fluctuate. And so this is for personal loans. What we love about America's Credit Union, ACU, is that they are really fast too. You can be funded within 24 to 48 hours. This is really cool. So if you are in a pinch, if you need cash ASAP, you might want to think about America's Credit Union. They're really flexible. And what we love about this company also is that they are constantly renewing themselves. They're constantly sort of having new products that are beneficial to consumers. Let me give you an example. They have something called loan protection. And not a lot of lenders have that, okay? So they have loan protection. So when you are facing an unexpected life event, the last thing you need is added financial stress. So basically, they offer loan protection options to help you pay or postpone your debt in case of a sudden setback. So their options include Member's Choice Borrower Security. So this voluntary loan payment protection option offers relief from the financial burden of delinquency, default, or foreclosure in certain situations. So ACU will cancel or reduce repayment of your loan debt if a protected life event happens to you as a borrower or co-borrower. Another credit union that you will love is Conexus. Conexus will give you up to 50 grand in a streamlined application process, okay? And when you think about Conexus, I want you to think about, now one thing I want to say here is that Conexus is available nationwide though. So you always want to start with Conexus by calling them up. You want to call 1-800-845-5025, 1-800-845-5025. So basically what it is that you are able to establish, you can establish with them the possibilities, okay? Now, because the thing is, not everything is put on the website, okay? But you have rates that go, APRs that go as low as 9.75%. So this is really good. So the delta is 9 to 18%, okay? And you have a maximum loan amount here, 50 grand. And you have a repayment window that goes all the way to 84 months. So you're talking about 7 years. This is pretty long for a personal loan. But hey, listen, it is really good. And we love the fact that with Conexus, you can actually have a soft pull online. You can have a soft pull at a branch, or you can just go through a hard pull. So this is kind of cool. And you are basically approved within 24 hours after you provide everything. Conexus wants you to be with them for at least 4 months. You got to be with Conexus with 4 months before you apply for this streamlined loan application, okay? Unless you have and then they want you to have a FICO score minimum of 500. Now, if you have a let's say you have a great relationship. Sorry, if you have a great relationship, let's say you are transferring cash, a lot of cash into your Conexus account, and you also have a great FICO score, you can actually apply right away for this loan, not a problem. Okay, so it's one of those things where you got to really see the timing for your Conexus loan application to see if you are, quote unquote, the best of the best moments for you to apply for this loan. But hey, listen, as I've said before, if you are in doubt, just call. You can book an appointment. You can call 1-800-845-5025 to actually ask more information. Well, so I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about credit union that gives generously up to 50 grand in a streamlined loan application to individuals. Next, I want you to think about BECU. So BECU is pretty flexible also when it comes to personal loans. And with BECU, you can get it somewhere from you can get somewhere from 1,000 all the way to 30,000. So they do not go to $50,000. But if you have a high FICO score and you have a large savings account, then yes, you can actually qualify for up to $50,000. You can use the cash for a lot of things with BECU. You can actually, by the way, BECU stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union. And so basically you can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash for debt consolidation. You can use the cash for emergency expenses. You can use the cash for major expenses, and you can use the cash for travel and leisure. So this is really good. So what we talk about here, we're talking about up to 30 grand. So you can get 30 grand in one lump sum. You have loan terms up to 6 years. So that's 72 months. You have an easy application process. Now, BECU doesn't have a soft pull process. You're going to have, once you apply, this is it, okay? You're not going to have like a soft pull and then a hard pull. You're going to hard pull right away. So be very clear about your intentions before you actually apply for a personal loan at BECU. And one thing I want to say here also is that you are basically, it's always better to contact BECU first so you can see the possibilities there are there for you. But so once you apply, you can expect a decision within 24 hours. They're really fast. I mean, usually credit unions, they take up to 3 days to actually process a loan decision, but a loan application rather. But with BECU, things are really fast, so they'll get back to you within 24 hours. And if you are approved, they'll wire the money to you within 24 hours. So this is really good. And I mean, now in some cases they might require additional documentation. The minimum FICO score they want from you is 540, and they want you to be with the company for at least 3 to 6 months, okay, before you apply. But hey, listen, it is still worth it. And if you want to actually have more information, you can contact 1-800-233-2328. Again, the number here is 1-800-233-2328. So you can have more information. You can also think about protecting your loan. You never know. I mean, if something were to happen, at least you have that protection. Next, I want to talk to you about BlueFed. And BlueFed is another great credit union that will give you up to $30,000 if you are asking for, let's say, you're asking for $50,000, and so you basically can do all kinds of stuff with it. This is not a problem. And so what we love about BlueFed is that BlueFed is basically pretty flexible in terms of what you can do with the cash. You can actually do home improvement projects. You can consolidate high interest debt, medical and dental expenses, and travel and vacation. This is kind of fantastic. And BlueFed wants you to be with them for 3 months before you can apply, and minimum FICO score of 525. And the thing here is that BlueFed actually has a soft pull, so you basically can check your application status online before diving in for real. Okay, so you are protecting against your FICO score by not actually doing a hard pull right away. I mean, they'll give you a series of options and see if you like it. Then you actually dive in deeper. And number 7, another credit union is Consumers Credit Union, CCU. CCU is another wonderful credit union that will take care of you. CCU is so great, they will actually take care of you and lend you up to $100,000 in a streamlined application. And basically, the FICO score they look at 525 minimum. They want you to be with them for 3 months, and they want to also they'll ask you a few questions. Now, the thing is that with CCU, you do not have a soft pull. You're gonna have to do a hard pull right away. But hey, listen, it is what it is. They call it signature loan. So you have to apply for a signature loan with CCU. But the application process is pretty straightforward, and you get approved. I mean, you get funded. Once you get approved, you get funded within 12 hours. So this is really fast, And yeah, it is what it is. Now, to learn more or to apply, please call CCU at 847-837-7938. You can also apply online though, okay? So, but the number again is 847-837-7938. And the cool thing we love about CCU is that it's a really great credit union. They actually have great customer service. It's just fantastic. Next and final credit union that I want to share with you here is Logix. And so Logix it's a great credit union if you're looking for up to $50,000. Okay. And what we love about Logix is that Logix will make sure that you have the proper funds at ASAP. And what we love about Logix also is that once you initiate a loan application with them, they will assign like a loan rep to you, and that loan rep will follow the file with you and make sure that you have all the questions answered. And if you have any question, if they ask for additional paperwork, that loan rep will actually reach out to you. Okay, and this is really good. What we love about Logix is that Logix is a credit union, but they are actually run as a regular bank. This is really good because it tells you about the professional level, the professionalism of the institution. So you can actually get up to $50,000 through Logix. They're asking for a 545 minimum FICO. They want you to be with them for 4 months before you apply for a personal loan and get $50,000. Now you can actually apply a little earlier, but you gotta be gotta have a high FICO score and or a large savings account. So this is kind of cool. So when you think about Logix, think about fixed monthly payments, terms up to 84 months. So here we are looking at 7 years. And so there are no prepayment penalties, not a problem, okay? The only thing that we don't like, and this is a bummer for us, is that, Logix is geo-restricted. Now, the other 7 credit unions that I give you, you can actually get a loan even if you're not, they're not geo-restricted, but Logix is. So you just have to pray that you are among the states where they cover. So they are in Arizona, California, the District of Columbia, so Washington, D.C., Massachusetts, Maryland, Maine, New Hampshire, Nevada, and Virginia. So if you are in any of those states, you will qualify for a Logix personal loan. And if you have questions, just call their member service center, 1-800-328-5328. Again, the number here is 1-800-328-5328. So they're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. And on Saturday, they're available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific. So you have a long time window to actually contact Logix. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about 8 credit unions that will give you personal loans up to $50,000 within a streamlined loan application. So let's do a quick recap here. Number 1, you have Firsttech. Number 2, you have Alliance. Number 3, you have America's Credit Union, ACU. Number 4, you have Conexus. Number 5, you have BECU. Number 6, you have BlueFed. Number 7, you have CCU. So that's Consumers Credit Union. And number 8, you have Logix. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.